Hello happy souls, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. So it's really grey and rainy here today. The energy is really still and I just felt really guided to do a reading specifically along the lines of what does Spirit need you to know the most. And I felt guided to ask you to remember to ask for a sign as well. I think it's always so affirming when you can receive a sign. It can be anything. An animal, a place, a word, an object, anything at all. It just really helps to anchor some truth in the message for you. So I've got 3 piles for you to choose from. But before I start, I just want to extend my deepest gratitude to Victoria, who sent me this beautiful deck, Ghost Spirits Tarot. And she says, today marks 1 year since you confirmed my twin for me and changed my life. I'll never stop being grateful for finding you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do. Honestly, this stuff, it just moves me beyond comprehension. Thank you so much. I am always so moved by your generosity when you guys donate decks. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. And a big thanks to those of you that send donations as well. You really are so generous. I appreciate it so much. It really keeps my channel going. So let's do this. 3 piles. What does Spirit want you to know? Pile 1. This is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot with Angelite. In pile 2 we have the Uncommon Tarot with yellow Calcite. And in pile 3 we have the Arthurian Tarot with Carnelian. So take your time choosing. As always, there's no right or wrong way. It may be the case that you're drawn to more than one pile, and that just means there's messages in more than one pile for you. So timestamps are in the comments down below and in the description box, where you can also find out the decks and crystals I'm using. I will see you at your pile. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the True Heart Intuitive Tarot with this beautiful piece of Angelite. So we're going to give these a good shuffle. I don't know what your situation is. We're asking that Spirit brings through whatever you need to know the most right now. It could be about love. It could be about something else. I'm just going to roll with this. Whatever comes through for you. I'm going to pull a ton of oracle cards as well. So don't forget to ask for a sign from the universe. I'm not using charms today because my charm bowl has walked off. I actually don't know where it is. It's really quite bizarre. I'm guessing one of the kids may have picked it up and trotted off with it. But alas, it is not here. So I've got a ton of oracle cards for you to bring forward messages. Let's do this. The True Intuitive Heart Tarot. Sorry, True Heart Intuitive Tarot. We have got the Page of Swords, the Magician in reverse, the Ten of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We've got the King of Wands, the Five of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. And from the Spirit Animal deck, move some of these amethyst. We've got the turtle, the lizard, and the lamb. And from the Sacred Earth Oracle, we've got center, productivity. Just see how much room we've got down here, quite a bit. Let's get another couple of those and some more. Space. And from the Enchanted Blossoms deck, we've got patience and faith. And finally, from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, I think it's called that. Where's the box? I can't see it from here, but I'll list it in the description box below. We have got Layla and Queen Esther, the Morning Star. Powerful energies, part 1. What does Spirit need you to know? Just tuning in to get a feel for this storyline. For sure, this is a karmic cycle connected to the family unit that is ongoing. There's a huge disparity here between you and this person that you're connected to in terms of age, or at least the level of maturity. And it feels like you're just breaking away from this ongoing game, this very childish, 3D centered dating game of you ignore me, so I'm going to ignore you. You waited 6 hours, so I'm going to wait 10. You know, that kind of back and forth, two people trying to stay in control. Because your person's in distorted energy. We've got the Magician in reverse. But I'm hearing that neither one of you is truly standing in your power. This 10 of Cups with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like he is unable to embrace that which he wants the most, that impulse. And I say he, I should say your person, it could be a he or a she, but your person is denying that most basic. I feel it's so deep in my root chakra. It's such a strong magnetic impulse or pulse that they sense this need to come back to you, to be in union with you. But this person's in a strong energy of resistance. It's a really strong energy of resistance. Picking up a lot of Pisces and Libra energy here especially. But there's distorted Cancerian energy, and this is the emotional manipulation, the undercurrent of, I'm hearing passive aggression in both instances, on both sides of the fence. Neither one of you is prepared to be emotionally authentic in this energy. And so this cycle keeps going round and round and round. No one really saying how they truly feel. And this painful longing to return home, but too much ego, game. It's someone that's, I think both of you reluctant to reveal who you really are and what you really want from this connection. But it's really hard to stand in one another's shoes because of this disparity in the stage of evolution that each of you are at. So you're being asked to recognise, above all else, that, you know, this person's going to need some growing time, is what I'm hearing. We've got the Patience card coming up for you here as well. Butterfly, symbol of transformation. In fact, for those of you asking for signs, I just want to bring all of these cards close up for you. This is the Page of Swords. We've got the King of Wands here. So looking for your symbols. These that both came up reversed but upright. We've got the Medusa head here. A bumblebee, a frog. Or is it a moth actually? A butterfly, bird skull, sunflower. All the planets here with that Magician energy. And the 10 of Cups and the Knight of Wands, he's riding an eagle, bird of prey. You've got flames in the water there. Just showing these to you. And again, these energies that distorted, you've got the snake here and the eagle in the Wheel of Fortune and the chakra, rainbow of colours, and the Queen of Cups, a Cancerian energy. So, you know, it really feels like neither one of you is truly aware of the distortions in your actions, choices and behaviours in this connection, and how they're rooted in a deeper childhood wound. The thing is, I feel like you believe you have tried to be authentic and that this person has been unreceptive of it, and so you clamped back down. With this turtle energy here, I just get this snapping. You know how they open their mouths and they snap really quickly? This is the energy of opening up and then shutting down again. We've got Lala, I thought it was Layla, but I think it's Lala, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I'm the author of my own story. And so, quite a lot of the time, even though you're connected to your intuition and this powerful ability to embody your fullest potential when you're centered and aligned, a lot of the time, you're manifesting more of what you don't want with your limited faith in the overall energy of this journey. As I said, with this magician reverse, both of you are disempowered and reluctant to let go of the game, the underlying framework of conditions, expectations, needs, wants, desires. It's so intense for both of you. Productivity is focusing on growth, and for sure this inner child wound, which is coming through really strong for me here. I'm hearing that this person, you've largely been separated from them for a long time, and this space really serves you. It's plunging you into a darkness that you needed to connect with again. But for sure this is about developing faith and recognizing what this journey is. This beautiful card, Queen Esther, the Morning Star, my ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. So this is about surrendering control and learning to be vulnerable. The lamb shows up when you're not being honest about who you are in the world, because keeping up the pretense and playing it cool helps you feel safe and more in control. That saying, lamb to the slaughter. You think, why on earth would I put myself out there like that and just risk being rejected? That's the deepest root pain in the inner child here. And I feel your person has it in them too. The lizard, of course, is a very, it's reptilian, so it's a cold-blooded energy. This is someone that's trying to demonstrate restraint and self-imposed restrictions around their desire. But it's coming from a place of pain rather than desire for growth. It's what I'm hearing. It's a tendency to close the heart down so that you can't feel what's happening in this connection. And that's how you cope. But that's not alignment. That's not being in center. Even though you can get very good at distracting yourself and blocking it out, it's not what's intended for you here. That's not what Spirit wants you to do. So let's see what you could be doing. So for sure you need this space. There's inner child work referenced here, and definitely, learning to become aligned, learning what it means to be aligned and centered in your own power and your own energy. We've got mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. And from the Deja Drewitt personal power deck, we've got I'm ready, I surrender, I'm connected, and I'm good enough. So the mirror, this is such a twin flamey card, but it does show you a mirror image of yourself. And so this card reminds you what you're meant to be paying attention to. You need to take your focus off the other person and put it firmly on yourself. They're reflecting back at you the aspects that are within you. And in this instance, you're being asked to be drawn to the light aspects. All the things you love about them are in you as well. But, it's these shadow aspects that are triggering. And so there's a tendency here to see the positive similarities, but to refuse to address the fact that there are, some shadow aspects, as you can see here. With this kind of murkiness in the shadows that she's leaning over, there are some unexplored pools of shadow within each of you. For sure, again, with this space card, and then we've got no, wait, pause, say no. This pause is meant to be present in your connection right now. You're guided that a lot is happening. Whilst you're taking shelter and kind of hibernating and taking some respite from this connection, focusing on surrender, there is so much energy and productive progress happening in the background. You're being asked to trust. And it reminds you here, you go first. The universe will catch you. This is such a beautiful energy. For me, this is like the energy of the fall. But this is also about leaping into the past. You know, I'm really noticing how this shadow aspect of herself is rooted on the cliff. And it feels to me like she's diving out into the other, ready to explore it through her own intuitive senses so that she can ground that learning. So it just feels like you're being called to journey into the past for sure. Again, this inner child thing keeps coming up. Recognizing these triggers that are presenting and why you're stuck in this ongoing cycle. You are ready, but you're not facing it. You know, even though this says I'm ready, she's got her hands over her face. This is Two of Swords energy. It's someone that doesn't want to see. You know, this is like, she's got all these rings as well, amulets, you know, things to help anchor her power and her presence. But she doesn't want to face her presence. She doesn't want to face her reality. So you're being asked to surrender, to just fall back into spirit, to allow yourself to sink into emotion, to allow yourself to connect. No, this is, again, such a twin image, connected, when you're connected to your whole self, the 3D self, the 5D self. This is when you're centered and aligned and able to embody your fullest potential. And we've got I am good enough. And you are good enough. I'm really drawn to the colours here. You know, the spectacles she's wearing are yellow. And yellow is the colour of the solar plexus, or our trigger centre. And look, she's wrapped up in yellow here as well. But this purple and green energy, which represents the third eye and the heart. And we've got all this purple, pink energy, third eye and crown here. You know, third eye and throat energy in all these colours. So much blue, in fact, overall in the energies of your reading. You know, this is all connected to truth seeking and going within, learning to adjust that inner voice that is triggering you the most. When this person reacts, you have this inner dialogue that goes something along the lines of, oh my God, I can't believe he's not replied. I've made myself look like an idiot. I can't believe I said that. Why hasn't he got back to me? I'm a loser. I'm not worth it. I am not enough. This person has no interest in me whatsoever. And you go round and round in circles, convincing yourself why you're crazy for being invested in this person. You're forgetting your faith. You're forgetting they feel this too. And you're being asked to have patience. Waiting isn't patience. You know, you've got it in your head, this is going to take a long time, and you're making it so. Remember, every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. What you believe is, and you're stuck in this same cycle and will continue to be until you recognize what alignment is. This is where your focus needs to be. There's still work to do here, and I'm hearing you're frustrated with hearing that. But again, it's patience, it's learning to enjoy the journey, and for sure allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You're nowhere near as vulnerable or as authentic as you would like to believe that you have been. It's still contained, you know, it's still controlled. It's a form of, you know, tentatively dipping your toes in and then retreating very quickly when you're not getting the response that you need or want. So let's pull one more card, a final card for you, Par 1. What does Spirit want you to know? This is the Starseeds deck. All the decks I'm using are mentioned in the description box below. Truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. And what did I say about all that blue energy? You know, this is so powerful for you, Par 1. You are ready to step into truth. You're being called back to truth. You're being asked to see. You're being told that you're ready. But you need to embody it. You still need to take action. You need to step into this. Your person's not ready. You know, they're not in a good place, but you're not seeing that they're a reflection of you. The reason they're not showing up is because you're not showing up for yourself. You're not connected to that truth within you or centered in it. But this is where your time is productively spent. This separation is happening for you, but you need to embrace it. You need to take that leap. I really hope that helped. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Please do hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to make a note in the comments of which video you watched, which pile you watched, so that if you do revert back to it at a later date, you'll know which one you have already seen. All the readings are timeless, so there's so many more you can check out, and there may be messages in those for you too. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this space with me. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to check out my classes and my webinars and Spirit Release Therapy on my website. You can find that at happysouls1111.com. I am super excited for the 1212 portal activation. I hope you'll join me for that one. It really is such a huge date in our calendars as far as spiritual awakening and ascension and aligning with these beautiful portals and transits that open up for us. So hopefully I'll see you there. Take care. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Uncommon Tarot with this wonderful piece of yellow calcite. So let's do this. Is this the Uncommon Tarot? No, it's not. Sorry, this is the... it is the Uncommon Tarot. Get mixed up. So many new decks this week. I'm trying to get all of them on the channel. We've got the Arthurian Tarot today, which was a gift from Catherine Kim. You guys are so generous to me. But this one, I don't actually know who this was from. It came without a message. So it's very difficult to know who to thank. But you guys really are so sweet, the way you send me decks. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know, part 2? We are asking for whatever message is needed the most for you right now. This could be anything at all. What do you need to hear the most? We're going to pull oracle cards as well. Don't forget to ask for a sign. It could be an object or an animal or a person or a place or, a symbol, numbers, whatever works for you. And I'll bring all the cards up close so that you can see. Right, let's do this. We have got the 8 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Empress, the 5 of Cups, Justice in reverse, and the 4 of Swords in reverse. Let's get some more oracle cards for you. So from the Sacred Earth Oracle, efficiency, clarity, and shift. And from the Spirit Animal Oracle, we've got fox, starfish, and fire ant. And from the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle, we've got pride and innocence. And from the Divine Feminine Oracle, all the oracle decks I use, well, all the decks I use, in fact, are listed in the description box below, by the way. We've got Lilith, the first woman, and we've got Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. Okay, part 2, what does Spirit need you to know the most? Okay, so this is quite deep, part 2. There is an ancestral pattern here on the maternal side of your family that carries through the oldest daughter. And this unhealed wound that's deep in your family patterning and karmic cycle is strong right now. I'm really drawn to this fire ant energy and how it just feels like everything that is dark and irritating is being drawn into your trigger center for you to experience. It's like you're going to be you are hypersensitive to the dysfunction around you, where others in your family unit, in your familial environment, don't see it, don't sense it. You feel, sense it, and understand it all. But it's very painful, is what I'm hearing. It has made you very, very resilient. It's made you very driven. But there's this energy of being stuck mid-transition and of not being able to break this cycle of pain. We've got grief here. There's been so much loss. and solitude. It feels like almost like a curse that you're always going to be on your own. Sometimes you really get into this energy of woe, of self-pity, of not wanting to look after yourself anymore, of just, why me? You can get really lost in that. But in many respects, you are such a strong, resilient, independent person. There's just this inner child that longs to be okay, that longs for that gift of happiness but can't quite find it. And, the Four of Swords here in this position is so revealing, because this is the card of recovery. This is the energy of really working through our trauma and the lessons that have presented to us in life so we can bring them back into balance. This is about balancing karma and your reluctance to see it and recover from it. These are wounds you've been carrying for years, and you probably feel a high level of hostility towards the maternal energy on your side of the family. There's a strong streak of grief and pain here. I feel like you're recently developing clarity around this as well, but you're still kind of lost in the woods with it all. You're not sure where to do it, or what to do with it, I beg your pardon. And with this efficiency, there's a tendency here to focus on, and I just want to show you what's come up here. We've got these amethyst energies. This lady's holding fire. We've got fruit and melons, scales, poppies, horses or donkeys. Yeah, but there's a tendency to cope by immersing yourself in your material world and accomplishing all of your practical material responsibilities. But there's a need now to shift toward your divinity, to recognize that this is where you find peace. No one's going to rescue you. You're going to save your own arse here. And you can. But, I do feel like you've been through a really rough time, and that you're still clinging with this starfish energy to all of this insecure foundation, this karmic stuff that you're ready to let go of, but you've got to face it. Now, we have got Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. And with Lilith, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. It's recognizing that you are more than that programming. You are more than where you came from and what's happened to you, that you can reclaim that innocence and that purity. There's a need here to be more strategic in your approach to how you handle the triggers that appear in your life. Rather than distracting yourself from them and learning to carry the pain, you're being asked to step within, to recognize the power that's inside of you when you start giving yourself that love that you so willingly give to others. What does Spirit need you to know about these energies? We've got Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Answer the call. Share your voice. So the voice has come up again for you. Dance with life. And from this deck, this is the personal power deck. I am responsible for my life. I embrace change. I am worthy. I am sacred. And I'm just going to bring these cards close up because I want you to see the symbols here. This is such a beautiful energy. We've got eagles, we've got a dog, we've got this kind of panther energy, elephants as well in the background. There's beautiful moons and angels. Really gorgeous energy and a crown. I don't know if I showed you this one. This beautiful piece of amethyst and the moth. That beautiful moth on her forehead. So gorgeous, these cards. Okay. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. It feels like you've carried this pain for a really long time. And, your own spiritual council, the team of guides and spiritual advisors that are assigned to you for your growth, for your ascension, for your expansion. We access them through our crown. I'm responsible for my life. When you turn your need for comfort and love and wisdom and guidance inwards, and you connect with this infinite flow of soul knowing that you're already connected to through your history, you get the answers that you need. You're able to be accountable at the root for what's happening in your life. You're able to co-create from a place of clarity and truth. This is the shift you need. It's toward your crown, toward your divinity, and the truth that you're going to find here. This is why there's so much blue in all of this pink. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Again, stepping into truth, stepping into your own emotional flow, embracing that change. We've got this kind of scaly snake energy on her back here. The snake is the energy of creation, shedding skin and becoming something new. And there's definitely a fear of change here. A fear of coming out of the shadow and being seen. We've got share your voice and I am worthy, come out of the cave, persecution of an expression. So this is a fear of being in that spotlight, a fear of, who am I to say this, that and the other? Who am I to step out with my truth? Who wants to listen to little old me? But you are worthy. There's a light in you amongst the shadow that believes in you, and you're being called. Look at this, answer the call, share your voice, dance with life, do something to change your energy. You are sacred. There's more light in you than dark, and you can transcend that dark. You can transcend the pain of these energies that you're carrying karmically and start dealing with those triggers and that healing from within. That's where your power to resolve this is. That's where clarity is going to be found. That's how you're going to start creating a new way of being. This is about stepping into your power, pile 2, and recognizing that all of the respite that you need to be well again, to be whole and happy again, and to make peace with that maternal karma. You've just got to put your crown on and remember who you are. This is the energy of coming back to yourself. It's really quite beautiful. I feel guided to get a couple more of these for you. This is the Sacred Earth Oracle again. And that's brilliance. Yeah, look at this. Remember who you are. Remember what's in you. All of these different opportunities. See, there's beautiful bubbles of possibility. And this incredible horizon, all the flames of passion, creativity. This is someone that's literally imagining the life they want and calling it into being. Stretching yourself, allowing yourself to grow. This is about grounding what you've learned and actually starting to embody all the energy of that which you've studied. And I'm hearing that intellectually speaking, you really understand what the spiritual path is. It's just like you're so terrified to really step into it. You're not sure what you might find. There's a feeling of, does it make me crazy? What will people think of me? This goes against everything I was taught to believe. And everything is, I feel like there's a real judgment here and insecurity around how the people perceive, this new you. If you allow yourself to go down this rabbit hole, it's a really interesting energy of almost like coming out of the closet, oh my God, what will people say? Let's get another starseed card for you to wrap this up. Signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Hopefully you got some signs in this reading. For sure, when the universe gives you lots of signs and synchronicities, it's because it wants to show you that the magic is real. Listen to the guidance. You are not alone. Wow, you are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. This message is coming through twice. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are ready to step into your power and access all of this wisdom that's inside of you. You may already feel or sense a presence of your spiritual guides or counsel. For sure, you can start working with power animals. That's a very safe way to explore your connection to your own spiritual council. You'll always have animals in there, and the fox energy has shown up here for you, as well as seahorse, moths and butterflies, starfish, fire ants. You've got the panther and elephant, eagles, lots of power animals to work with there. They're a very safe way of practicing, spirit communication. So I'm sending you lots of love, Pile 2. I really hope this reading resonated for you. If it did, do hit the like button. You can make a note as well in the comments of how it was for you, and make sure you mention which part you watched, because these are all timeless readings. Whoops, wobbly camera. And so if you've made a note of the part you've watched, you'll know not to watch it again next time. You may be drawn back to this video at a later date. And so it just helps keep everything in order. But I hope you found the message that you needed, even if not the one you wanted. And don't forget to check out my website. Make sure you look at my webinars over there. We've got the 12/12 portal activation coming up. I'm so excited for that. And of course, the full moon meditation at the end of this month. Hopefully I'll see you there. Find all the info over at happysouls1111.com. See you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Arthurian Tarot with this beautiful piece of Carnelian. So let's get this show on the road. We were asking what spirit wants you to know the most. I love these kind of readings because they just leave the perfect opening for exactly the right message. We don't know what it's going to be about. We don't know what's meant for you today. Ask for a sign though. Ask the universe to include a sign in this reading. Remember, the universe gives us signs so that we can really believe in the guidance that's being presented to us. It can really help us anchor faith in the situation. So you can ask for an animal, an object, a person, a place, a name, anything at all that you can think of. Right, so the Arthurian Tarot, let's have a look. What is the universe? What does Spirit want you to know the most, Pile 3? We have got the Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Star in reverse, and the Page of Cups. We've got, what number is that? The World in reverse. Temperance in reverse. I beg your pardon, sorry, the Hanged Man in reverse, that's number 13. Stone, Six of Pentacles in reverse. And the Two of Cups in reverse. What does Spirit need you to know? Connection. This is the Sacred Earth Oracle. Heat. And fragments. And from the Spirit Animal Oracle, the Buffalo, the Cosmic Egg, and the Deer. Okay, and from the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle, we've got beauty and abundance. And from the Divine Feminine Oracle, we've got Kuan Yin and Green Tara, Buddha of Enlightened Action, Goddess of Compassion. Pile 3, what does Spirit want you to know the most? Let me just check this card. This, I believe, is actually the Devil. Yes, it is. The Washer at the Ford. Such an interesting deck, this Arthurian one. There is such a strong sense of resilience about the energy of this person that I'm reading for. That's you, the viewer. Just a strong sense of stability, responsibility, and just sheer tenacity. There's just such a great power here, but a reluctance towards knowing what to do. For sure, it feels like you have detached from this situation. You've taken your power back somehow. I want to bring this card to you because even though this is a Page of Pentacles, see this kind of shadowy figure here. I don't know what it is. She's got a head on her plate and there's a crow behind her in this snowy scene. It's such a fascinating, the shadow here of something, this blood, like something's been dragged. Isn't that fascinating? The Page of Pentacles. This is someone who sacrificed something in order to release an unhealthy attachment. She sacrificed a part of herself. I'm hearing soul fragments here. Feeling like she's somehow lost a piece of herself, left a piece of herself somewhere. But there's also this unshakable faith. Deep underneath all this longing, all this pain, all this sacrifice, there's this energy of trusting in the cycles, for sure getting impatient with it and wobbling out of that truth. It's not easy, is what I'm hearing, but for sure she has detached. This is a person that has, I say she, it could be a he. This is a person that has withdrawn from something that was very hard for them to withdraw from. A person, a situation. You know, they've decided that they just can't stay in that energy of giving. In contrast, we've got this Page of Cups here, which is, you know, has this offer of a cup and this flow, but I'm really guided towards the independent nature of this energy. And the Two of Cups here in reverse. This is a pulling back, taking power back. I'm hearing for some of you focusing on your own family or children, but it's for sure a refusal to connect. A refusal to invest, a refusal to allow it to go forward. It's having sacrificed what you want for what you believe is right, and of being so diligent and determined and persistent in securing that for yourself and in achieving that. There is so much beauty and abundance in that energy of sacrifice and how you've been able to show up and actually deliver on what you intended for yourself. Yeah, I feel like you really have sacrificed your own happiness for a long time, and now the heat of this connection is building. And, you know, this is intense sexual chemistry as much as it's the relentlessness of recurring thoughts about this specific person. Yeah, this connection, it's almost like it's been brought back to life. These fragments of self are being drawn back to you. The energy of this situation has shifted with this cosmic egg, this energy of creation. It's like something has been activated and a new way of being has come to light or come to be that's rattled this stability. This is buffalo energy, but I'm really drawn to this kind of fork of lightning in the background, this spiritual thunderbolt of lightning. You know, that can startle the heart, create this kind of soul shock, but that is manifesting enlightened action. This is what Queen Tara is bringing in. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. So this feels like a loss of control for you, this person. For so long, you've focused on, you know, keeping your heart contained and restrained and restricted, and bearing the burden of your sacrifice with gaiety and cheer and generally being good-natured about it. But something has rattled you. Let me get another card for that. Something has rattled you that has brought this connection crashing back into your awareness. And there's this incredible heat here, which I'm hearing is really frustrating. Yeah, we've got harp energy here as well. This is the Knight of Cups. And in this deck, he's facing into the past, seeking truth. So this is the energy of revisiting and going over old ground in terms of the relationships you've had or have had with this person, in order that you can ground and understand what's actually happened. You're kind of revisiting this connection now from a much more evolved and higher perspective. And because you've kept it kind of so detached and shut away from your kind of zone of awareness for so long, it really is kind of like reconnecting with something familiar, and yet your perception of it is entirely different this time. Yeah, we've got that King of Cups. You know, that movement towards that past and understanding it from this more evolved perspective has allowed you to step into this very mature emotional response. But it's on the inside, it feels like you're melting, that you're struggling and you're feeling out of control, trying very hard to ground this new energy. And I just feel like it's been happening too quickly for you. That we see this crow showing up, trying to anchor yourself in some stability. And the Tower, again, that's that divine intervention. I'm hearing that you can't stop this energy, it's in motion. This is the energy of transformation now moving into your conscious awareness, into your situation. It says here, I recognize suffering. In order to release it, curiosity breeds compassion. So, for sure, you can allow yourself to be curious about this connection and to indulge all of the what ifs and hows. It's come crashing back into your awareness for a reason. Let's see what Spirit's asking you to pay attention to. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. The Mirror. Dance with life. This came up for one of the other piles as well. And the Crumbling, that's the Tower energy as well. What are you clinging to? This has already come up for you. And from the Deja Drewitt personal power deck, we've got I embrace change. I reveal my truth. I am happy. I'm abundant. So abundance come up twice for you. I think that's that tendency to focus on the stability of your material world as well. Cut the cords. So if this connection has kind of come up and bit you on the arse and all the heat's bothering you, you can, remember we had fragments here in soul retrieval. There's definitely a need to have your energy cleared, to be aware of any external interference in the energy of yourself, your connection. I do feel like you need to be connected to this person because they are mirroring energy that is supposed to trigger you and trigger your shadow aspects so you can recognize that truth. But for sure there's some external interference here that needs to be dealt with. You need to ground, protect and clear. There is a video on my website, not on my website, on my YouTube channel for this, the grounding and protection video. You can look at Spirit Release Therapy on my website as well. There's definitely a need to detach from lower vibrational energies that are in your field right now, to be mindful of your ability to shift and change out of any stagnating energies which are symptoms of psychic attack. Do something to change your energy. This is coming up again. I feel like, the Crumbling, this Tower energy has just made you vulnerable. It's disabled your sense of knowing temporarily because that foundation is being rocked. But, what I'm hearing is that you're about to step into a divine flow of really beautiful energy. This is changing for you now. You've avoided it for a really long time. And this is Spirit saying, but, this time it's going to be okay. This time you've got this really mature perspective. You've got this grown perspective, this stable base. And, this panic that you're feeling in your heart space, this startled energy, is just a natural response to a gigantic shift. Once that panic's settled and you can settle it within yourself and just get yourself a bit more clear, you're going to realise this is really a time of being aligned with all that is meant for you. For sure I see you stepping into this new way of being here, and Spirit's just asking you to ride out any potential, essentially temporary disruptions on this path towards, what's good for you. The universe is shifting out of the way that which doesn't serve you is what I'm hearing. The crumbling of the old is uncomfortable, but it's making space for a brand new you. And this connection reappearing is a sign that you're ready to grow. You're ready to embody your divinity. Truth is so interesting. This also came out for another pile. I think it was pile 2. And gratitude. See your light, know your power, have courage to walk your truth. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. And this is what that abundance is and that beauty. You know, step into gratitude and let this be your mantra, because so much good is coming to you, so much love, so much beautiful change, this dancing with life. You know, Spirit's asking you to just allow yourself to be caught up in that moment of enjoying whatever is for you in any given moment. You know, seeing your light and knowing your power and having the courage to walk your truth this time. You're ready for this now. You weren't ready before, but it's come back because you're ready now. I really hope that helps, Path 3. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. And if you did enjoy this reading, make sure you hit the like button. Do comment down below. Let me know which pile you chose. It's really useful to make a note of that as well, because these are timeless readings. You might be called back to one of these videos later. And if you've made a note of which pile you've watched already, you'll know not to rewatch it. But make sure you hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this. Tell me if it resonated. I love hearing from you guys. And don't forget to check out my webinars and my classes. They're all on my website, which is happysouls1111.com. I'm especially excited about the 12/12 activation. Oh my God, I hope you're going to join me there. We're activating our Merkabic fields. It's a powerful time in the Ascension calendar. Portals opening up to help us receive really powerful activations and upgrades. I hope you'll join me there. But either way, I will see you again soon. Thanks so much for tuning in as always. Lots of love. Bye.